Hey, I'm Spencer with Energeticcity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And today I'm at the Fort St. John North Peace Museum talking with Glynnis and Bruce from the Charlie Lake Conservation Society. How are you guys doing?
Great. Good morning.
Absolutely great.
Yeah. Bruce seems a little bit more excited, but that's okay. So let's talk a little bit, because I feel like maybe a lot of people don't know exactly what the Charlie Lake Conservation Society does. You kind of just pop up in these little news articles being like, I'm doing a study and now we have this. What is it that the Charlie Lake Conservation Society actually does?
We are just a really small group of people that are doing our best work to promote all the benefits of Charlie Lake, and we especially like to focus on the educational aspect, like getting community information out about Charlie Lake to promote what a great place it is.
Gotcha. So part of those initiatives are the exhibit in which we are standing currently. Can you talk to me a little bit about what people can expect going into this exhibit?
Yeah, sure. This exhibit was put up to try and promote some of the things we love about the lake. We wanted it to be really interactive, especially for families, and something that children could come in and enjoy. Sometimes museums are not that interesting to especially small children, so we wanted to make lots of hands-on activities to promote the things that we love about the lake.
Mm-hmm. There's quite a few. There's some little action figures there of animals. I don't think action figures is the correct term, but then you have the blocks, one of which Bruce is holding, and then you have this cool thing. So it's a beaver lodge. We
have this beaver lodge. It was the brain work of Edward Stanford and Nick Baconti, who said they were going to build this, and we sort of had a great guffaw. Yeah. But here it is. Faro Construction were wonderful contributors to putting this together, and it's a great place to cozy up with your kids or just by yourself, to crawl in and read a book and just enjoy a little away space for a while. So this has been a real highlight. The little blocks that Bruce is holding are just an exploratory thing about the animals and aspects of Charlie Lake. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we have a floor puzzle, and you can't see it now, but we also have a little tank where we have micro critters to explore.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I've seen pictures of the micro tank, and I've been to one of your Curious Creatures things as a summer cruiser, unfortunately not as a journalist. But it looked super fun. There were kids in the water. They were having a blast. And I think it's really cool as well. You have books that have to do with, the kinds of animals that you would see. So you have beavers, bats, frogs, the boreal forest. It's a really cool idea. Yeah.
The other piece is the museum. We've worked in partnership with a museum. So as people travel through the permanent exhibits at the museum, there are little stickers on it that indicate that it is also connection to Charlie Lake. So the exhibit is throughout the whole museum.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's hand it over to Bruce. Let's talk a little bit about the recent events. How did the latest Curious Critters event go?
Oh, the Curious Critters event Saturday was just awesome. We had beautiful weather. We had lots of kids and families out. They got to see the fish that we netted temporarily out of Charlie Lake right in the swimming area. All sorts of perch and pike and some shiners. It was just a great day. They got to see some toads, and they got to see some posters, and it was quite cool. And we were working with BC Parks and the student rangers.
Okay.
And there were crafts for the kids as well. So we plan to do it again next year. So if you missed it this year, we're coming again.
Mark your calendar.
Yeah.
Usually if I see a toad, I don't have a good day, but that's okay. All right. And then you also have another wonderful event that happens, semi-yearly, which is the bat walks.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about bats in Charlie Lake.
Okay. So we've just recently done some bat counts, and we're very fearful that the white nose syndrome that has decimated bat colonies in the east is headed this way.
Oh dear.
But so far, from our counts, it looks like our bat populations are healthy right now.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about the white nose syndrome? What is that? How does that affect a bat?
So it is a fungus that grows primarily when they're hibernating, and it causes problems because the bats don't hibernate completely. So they wake up, they fly around, I think it irritates them, and they use up their fat reserves that they need to make it through the winter, and they essentially starve to death. So it's rather sad.
That is really sad.
Yeah.
But so far we're doing okay.
But so far we're doing okay. And if kids want to learn more about bats, we have, in conjunction with the museum and the library, a bat afternoon on August the 8th at 3 p.m. here in the museum.
That's awesome.
And so they'll have a little talk, and we'll do a little craft, and it should be fun. And then we have our bat walks. That's out at Beaton Provincial Park, and that's going to be at 8:30 on August the 11th and 12th.
Okay.
But we also have some exciting talks just coming up tonight. Nick Bacante is going to be talking about the fish in Charlie Lake.
Awesome.
So Nick has a lot of experience. He's a fish biologist. He worked with the ministry, and he understands a lot about the fish that are in this area. And then we also have some other talks at the museum. On August the 15th, we're going to talk about the greening of Charlie Lake.
Okay.
And people are always commenting on the algae that's in the lake and the aquatic plants. So we've done a variety of studies, and we want to share that with the public. So that's going to be at 7 o'clock here at the museum.
And that's tonight.
So there's one tonight.
Right, that's about the fish.
Yeah. And then the plants and algae is on the 15th. And then on the 22nd, we're going to be doing a talk on the testing that we've done over 20 years
Wow, yeah.
worth of testing on Charlie Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be quite interesting for people to find out that we have been looking at the lake.
You've been watching it for
Yes.
sure. You know, just as a sneak peek, is there any like kind of finding that you found over your 20 years that you find surprising, or will people have to go to the talk to find out?
Well, I think surprising for people, there's a lot of rumors and misconceptions about the lake, and we hope to clear some of those out.
Perfect. Clear the
Yeah.
air and the water.
That's right.
Perfect.
And then, of course, this exhibit goes until the middle of September. So
Oh, excellent. So you have lots of time to come check it out.
Yeah.
you bet.
Perfect. Excellent. Is there anything else you guys want to add before I let you get back to what it is that you do?
Can't think of anything. No, I just encourage people to come down and have some fun and play for a little while, also, and enjoy the rest of the museum, of course.
Mm-hmm. You don't even have to have kids. You can just show up.
No, absolutely. Come and play and enjoy. And yeah, and if you haven't been out for a bat walk, please come. And if you have and you just want to go for an evening walk, join us. We'll be at the, what do you call it, the shelter at Beaton Park, and go from there.
Wicked. Well, it sounds really exciting, and you have a lot planned this summer. So hopefully you get
It's
some
been a
people.
busy summer, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I love the partnerships that we have with museum, with BC Parks, and with the library.
Yeah, it's great community sharing of resources and information and opportunity. So,
Absolutely, and an opportunity for knowledge for everyone.
Yep.
You bet.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, if you want to check those out, make sure that you stay tuned to the Charlie Lake Conservation Facebook page
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
And the museum.
and the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, huge shout out for Heather for allowing us to
Yes, for
crash
sure.
the exhibit.
Yeah.
I've been Spencer with Energeticcity.ca. Huge thank you to Bruce and Glynnis for joining me today. And thank you so much for watching.